This is Tapestry Calendar. Your schedule is scattered across calendars you don't control. A partner's Google Calendar, your partner's work schedule, a kid's school feed, a team schedule. Tapestry pulls them all into one calendar that you own, recolored, reorganized, and ready to share. Let me show you. I'll sign in with Google. Clicking Continue starts Google's standard OAuth flow. On the consent screen, you can see we request read-only access to the user's calendars, along with basic profile information and email for sign-in. We request read-only because Tapestry only reads events to display and merge them. It never creates, edits, or deletes anything in the user's Google Calendar. Tapestry works by connecting sources. I'll add my Google Calendar under Sources here. Now I've got several calendars in one place. Every source is merged into a single view. I can filter instantly by person or by category. Switch between a month grid and a list view. Today's always highlighted. One calendar, finally. Here's what makes Tapestry different. I can open any event and change it. The default names for my kids' soccer practices and games is not intuitive. With Tapestry, I can go into the event and edit it. I can even rename it. And the original source? Completely untouched. These edits only live in Tapestry. Doing that by hand for every event would be tedious, so Tapestry has rules. I'll make one now. Any event with the title of my kids' soccer team will automatically get renamed whatever I want. I can preview exactly what it'll match and choose where it applies, the whole workspace or a specific calendar or source. And just like that, if I go back to my calendar, all of my son's soccer events are suddenly renamed. This applies everywhere automatically, even as new events sync in. I can also build custom views. For example, I've created a calendar just for kids' activities, which I can share with the grandparents. This view specifically will show just events that I would invite them to, like soccer games or school concerts. Each one of these views is made up of its own mix of sources with its own color scheme and customizations. In this case, I'm pulling in events from my kids' sports teams and their school activities. But I know that Grandma won't need to see their practice schedule or extracurriculars like theater club. For this reason, I can also set rules for what shows up in each view. In this case, I've set up rules to show only events that have a tag called Share to Kids Activities, and also events that do not include the word practice. So when I go back to my calendar, and I switch to the Kids Activities calendar, you'll see that Grandma has a calendar now that only shows their sports events and school events that we would want them to attend, like Jack's concert. The best part about building custom calendars as views is that I can publish any view as its own calendar feed. So if I take this ICS link and I share it with anyone, they can pull this into their Apple Calendar or Google Calendar, and it always stays in sync with the events that they're interested in. This way, Grandma and Aunt Janie will always know the details of what's going on with my kids if they plan on attending a game or a school play. You can do all of this and more at tapestrycal.com. Tapestry Calendar, one calendar you actually share. Get started today.